All right, well, Elon, they're running the clock down on me, so I want to ask you one last question, and we'll try to go to at least one or two audience questions. I wanted to ask you a little bit about humor. You're a pretty funny guy. You show it on Twitter a lot. You've hosted SNL. And I'm wondering how that plays into your management style. I mean, would your coworkers say you're funny? Is this something you're sort of bringing to the office now? Is it helped with managing your teams?
I mean, I think I'm funny. I find my jokes funny. I don't know. I guess I do. I mean, I do crack a lot of jokes. They don't all land, but I am aspirationally, aspirationally funny. Yeah. I mean, we try to have a good sense of humor at the office too.
Okay.
I think yeah.
I also wanted to ask that lately on Twitter, and you've been poking fun at people for their age quite a bit. And I wanted to have a sense of, do you not plan to age? And what is your, how are you combating aging? Is there some secret technology we don't know about that you've got?
I'm not aware of any secret technology to combat aging, and I mean, I don't know that we should really try to live for a super long time. I think there is it is important for us to die because, most of the times people don't change their mind; they just die. And so if we live forever, then we might become a very ossified society where new ideas cannot succeed. So, but I'm not poking fun at aging. I'm just saying, if we've got people in very important positions that have to make decisions that are critical to the security of the country, then they need to have sufficient presence of mind and cognitive ability to make those decisions well, because the whole country's depending on them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought you might say psychedelics were your way of not aging, but I would like to just go if there's anyone's got one or two questions for this guy.
I don't think dropping acid makes you age less. So I think drugs probably make you age more, not less. But,
all right. Okay. Well, Elon, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Oh, there is a question. Sorry, I do not see any hands up.
Thank you. Baldas from BGD Holdings. I'd be very interested. First, let me thank you for what you're doing in terms of your breakthrough for humanity. But I am curious about your views on China and the United States, just on a free-flowing basis, if you want to share a few thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're at an interesting point in history where the United States has been the world's largest economy for as long as anyone can remember. And I think the U.S. became the largest economy, I don't know, probably 120, 130 years ago. And there's nobody that old really anymore who can remember a time when the United States was not the world's biggest economy. Now we're heading towards a situation where China is going to be probably have an economy 2 to 3 times the size of the United States. And so that's just a different world. I do think there are a lot of people in the government in China who kind of grew up with China being a small economy, and maybe who feel like China was pushed around a lot, but they haven't fully appreciated the fact that China really is going to be the big kid on the block, and so, like, if you're going to be the big kid on the block, then you can really be pretty chill about things. You don't have to worry about, like, other countries are not really a threat to you if you're by far the biggest kid on the block, and so I would say that's kind of an important mindset change. Hopefully that China goes through, is just to think, like, if you are the biggest kid, like, how would you want the biggest kid on the block to behave And now, if you are going to be the biggest kid on the block, then wouldn't you want to behave like you would have wanted the biggest kid on the block to behave? I think that's pretty important. I mean, overall, I think like Tesla has a good relationship with China, and I don't mean to endorse everything that China does, any more than I would say endorse everything the United States does, or any country. But overall, I think yeah, we are headed to an interesting and different world, and I hope that we can remember that we're all human beings, and let's just try to have as positive a relationship as possible, and and work towards mutual prosperity of humanity as a whole.
Well, Elon, thank you so much for being here tonight, or where you are, and thank you, everybody. And we hope to see you next year. Back to Therol.